Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. This time brought to you by Hobbling Japan and their latest sale. If you use my code OFFER511, you will get a 30% discount on select items, to which you will find a link in the description down below. Now, as for the news then, we've got quite a few stories to cover this time around, so let's get right into it. On the 20th, a bunch of new information was released concerning the Gundam Breaker Battlogue anime series. Starting October, this 6-episode anime will start distribution through 3 channels. In Japan, it'll appear on the official Gundam Channel YouTube channel. Abroad, it'll appear on the Gundam.info website, although I feel that that might just end up linking to YouTube again. Anyways, and then the third possibility will be through the Gundam Breaker mobile game. Now, I say that it's probably going to be YouTube for the English viewers as well, because, well, there's currently a trailer on the Gundam.info YouTube channel, so yeah, I think that's highly likely. And if you want to watch that trailer for yourself, I will have it linked down below. Then, in that trailer, we got to see something that I found quite cool. The big bad guy was capturing Gunpla, but he didn't do it in any old-fashioned, normal way. Instead, he used runners to capture them. That is a nice touch. Now, we also got some more information about all of the characters and the mobile suit that'll be appearing in the anime, but unfortunately I don't have time to discuss those in this video, so I'll try to make that a video for next week. Then, on the 23rd, reservations started for the Hyper Mega Bazooka launcher for the real great new Gundam, and for 2,750 yen, you are getting a ridiculously massive gun, and not one action base, but 2 action bases. Because no matter how strong they made the new Gundam as a model kit, there was going to be no way that it was going to be able to hold on to that big of a thing. I mean, you could try, but I definitely would not recommend to do that, because you'd probably end up snapping the wrist in half or something like that. And then to round things up, it also comes with its own slide of decals. Then 2 days later, something happened that I honestly never would have expected. Some good news for the Gundam AGE fans. Starting September the 4th, the Gundam base will be holding Gundam AGE World, coinciding nicely with the 10th anniversary of the Gundam AGE series. And now, the first thing I want to say about this is, damn, it's been 10 years already? Anyways, as part of this Gundam AGE World event, they will be holding a Gundam AGE Gunpla competition, there's going to be exhibits, there's going to be a 1/10 scale Gundam AGE 1, and of course, limited edition Gunpla for you to purchase. For 6,600 yen, around 60 US, you can get a clear-colored Gundam AGE MS set consisting of the 4 main Gundams, the AGE 1 normal, the AGE 2 normal, the AGE 3 normal, and the AGE FX. And then for the occasion, you can now also get the high-grade Gundam AGE 2 Special Forces version for 1,650 yen, around 15 US, at the Gundam base. Now, this is the same Gunpla as sold through P Bandai, so this is not a Gundam base exclusive. And for those of you who want more of those Gundam base exclusives, we are moving on to our next topic, the September releases for the Gundam base. On the 11th, you can get a clear master grade ball showing off those amazing internal details for 2,750 yen, around $50. And then on the 18th, you can get a clear color high grade Destiny Gundam Heine Custom, which does look quite nice, and I wonder how it would look in a diorama as kind of like one of those After Effect images. Regardless of that, it'll cost you 2,420 yen, around $24, and on the same date you can get the Full Mechanics Freedom Gundam Ver.GCP for 4,400 yen, 40 US, or the SD Gundam X Standard Freedom Gundam Ver.GCP for 770 yen, around 7 US. Then, a while back, I reported on the upcoming IchibanKuji Gunpla lottery, and this week they showed us the full lineup of items we can win. So, as a quick refresher, the way this works is you buy a 790 yen ticket, which will then tell you which item you won. And it's not gambling because you always win something. Some of these prices might be so cheap that it's effectively losing, but you're still getting something. So the ones that we already saw were the main prizes, such as prize A being the mega size RX-78 clear version, prize B being the master grade 1.0 Freedom Gundam clear version, prize C being a double SDW hero set with the Liu Bei Unicorn Gundam and the Goku Impulse Gundam, again clear version, then prize D being an entry grade Strike Gundam, clear version, prize E being an entry grade RX-78 clear version, and I also believe that we already saw prize F, an SD X standard new Gundam clear version. So then moving on to the ones that were now unveiled, if you draw a G ticket, you can get a pretty stylish plastic mug with either a Gundam, Zaku, Zeta Gundam, New Gundam, or Gundam Unicorn design, and I believe that these will be randomized. Then an H ticket will get you a choice of a visual board featuring some cool Gunpla artwork. There's going to be 8 designs, being the Master Grade RX-78 version 3.0, the Zeta Gundam 2.0 HD color version, the new Master Grade X's Gundam, the Master Grade Wing Zero, the Master Grade Providence Gundam, the Master Grade Unicorn Gundam and Cage set, the Master Grade Barbs, and then the only high grade in the lineup, the High Grade Universal Century Neo Zeong. And then the lowest price category is the I ticket, where you can choose a clear file and matching sticker set. Now, unfortunately, the sticker set is A5 sized, so I don't think that's gonna work with a Gunpla, because I mean, that would have made it quite cool if you could use these stickers with a Gunpla. I totally would have loved to get a bunch of Titans ones or Federation ones, but that doesn't seem to be possible. But anyways, the available ones are the Master Grade RX-78 1 Year War version, Master Grade 2.0 Mark II AUK and Titans version, both the HD versions, the Master Grade 2.0 Alex Gundam, the Master Grade Shining Gundam, the Master Grade 2.0 Ailstrike Gundam, the Master Grade 1.0 Freedom Gundam, the Master Grade Exia, the Master Grade Unicorn, and finally the Master Grade Barbs. And then there is still one final prize for the person who gets the final ticket at a store, which is another clear mega size RX-78 And starting September the 25th, you'll be able to try out your luck with these, so hopefully you will get something that you want if you're able to participate in these. And then if you still need more clear colored Gunpla in your life, let's have a look at what we could get this week, starting off with the Gundam base. For 4,730 yen, around 45 US, you could get yourself a pretty badass looking clear color Gunner Zaku Warrior Luna Maria version on the 21st. And this kit does have the two things that make a clear version worth it, in my opinion. Clear red that looks really good, and then also an inner frame, so, you know, the clear parts have something to show off. And then continuing the trend of actually nice looking clear kits, we have the SDW Hero set for 2,320 yen, around 20 US, which comes with the Goku Impulse Gundam, the Nobunaga Gundam Epion, and the Sergeant Berde Buster Gundam. Then, on the same day, you could get the 148 scale RX-78F00 Gundam at the Gundam Factory Yokohama for a whopping 13,970 yen, around $130, but fortunately, it does look like we're getting quite some kit for your money. It's not just going to be a repackaged mega size. Then, on the 23rd, it was the day of the G-frames, because first up, we had the G-frame X04 set, which includes Blue Destiny Unit 2 and 3 and a bunch of accessories. You've got the new manga weapons, shoulder staff your Unit 2 as either the original or the stolen one, exam activated heads, and even 2 manga version heads for the Blue Destiny Unit 1. Not too shabby for 3,960 yen, around 40 US. And then how do you get that Blue Destiny Unit 1, I hear you ask? Well, that is included in the second G-frame set that was released that day, G-frame 14. Included in the lineup is the Blue Destiny Unit 1, the Ifrit Kai, the Jim Command, and the Blitz Gundam. Now, as usual, we get 2 sets per machine, the armor set and then the frame set, and everything is 550 yen a piece. And I'm fairly certain that I said this in my original reporting on these figures, but I'll say it again, I love the fact that you can make the gym command from the Blue Destiny games with this set. And then finally, on the 26th, the SDW Heroes Chow Chow Wing Gundam Isei style was released for 880 yen, around 8 US. In other news then, Volume 6 of the Gundam NT manga was released on the 26th for 704 yen, the original Gundam trilogy in 4K, Gundam AGE Memory of Eden and Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise will be shown at the Sunrise Festival in October, and Bankore will be releasing a Gundam 008T acrylic logo for 1,650 yen, around 15 US, with pre-orders starting this week and it releasing in October. Talking about Bankore, let's have a look at this week's Gundam apparel. From Bankore, we've got the Endless Waltz collection featuring a variety of items with a monochrome image of the 5 main Gundam Wing boys in their Endless Waltz getup. For 3,960 yen, around 40 US, you can get it on a white t-shirt, a face towel for 3,520 yen, 35 US, a mirror for 1,650 yen, around 15 US, and an acrylic stand for 1,870 yen, around 16 US. Or for 3,520 yen, you can get that same design on a reversible tote bag, which has the same design also on the inside, but now in a cool black and white rendition. And you can also get those 2 designs on a cushion cover for also 3,520 yen, or a pouch for 1,650 yen. And all of these items are currently scheduled for an October release. And then finally from Cospa, we're getting some handy carabiners with either a Zeon Attack Force, Anaheim Electronics, Titans, or 08th MS Team design. Each of them is 1,210 yen, around 11 US, and will release in early November. Also, they are not usable for heavy loads or for climbing, so keep that in mind if you are gonna use those. And then on to the Gundam Café news, and even they are joining in on the Gundam Age festivities with the Gundam Age 10th Anniversary Fair. And compared to the previous celebrations, they're actually celebrating pretty long. All the way up until the end of the year, you'll be able to order special anime-inspired Gundam Age dishes and drinks. And ordering any of those menu items will get you one of the 6 collectible coasters, and if you order the Diva Pilot Lunch, you will get a special coaster featuring the Age 1 and the 3 main characters. And then if you still need more coasters in your life, until September the 30th, you can get Emily, Urine, Largon, and Gareth themed drinks that'll come with a random coaster of any of the same characters. Now keep in mind, those coasters are random, so ordering the Emily drink could get you a Urine coaster. That is, if we can go to Japan to actually get those drinks, but that is a different matter altogether. And because no celebration is complete without merch, you can also get pin badges for 385 yen, around 3 US, and acrylic figures for 990 yen, around 10 US. All of these are available at physical Gundam cafes as well as the Gundam Cafe online. And the celebrations don't end there, because on September the 10th, it is Graham Acre's birthday. And this is again a celebration unlike any I've ever seen so far from the Gundam Cafe. Rather than just giving him a fortune latte, like they do with everyone else, they're releasing a Graham Acre special white curry set through the Gundam Cafe online store for 3,000 yen. And included in this set is an acrylic Graham coaster, a package of instant white curry, a container for your rice, a heart-shaped thing that can be used to create omurice, and then as cherry on top, you will get a secret URL where Graham Acre himself will instruct you on how to make your curry. This is not a joke. They actually even specified that they brought in Graham's voice actor to record new lines for that video. So this is definitely something Graham Acre fans are gonna want to get. Now then, let's wrap up this week's Gundam news with some more polls. And just like last week, we will have a look at the ongoing poll and the results of one of the previous polls. So as for the ongoing one, and you might need a little bit of backstory to understand the full scope of why they're asking what they're asking. So September the 6th in Japan is Black Day. So for that day, they want to know what our favorite non-Gundam black mobile suit is. And to understand why September the 6th is Black Day, you got to look at the numbers that we're getting here. So September the 6th, 9-6. 9 in Japanese is pronounced as ku, and 6 can be ro. Ku and ro together in Japanese, kuro, is black. So this is similar to those other special days, like for example, March 9th being Miku Day. A very deep meaning, I know. And well, they're taking this poll about as serious as the day itself, because in last place currently is the GXS Jack Edge with 27 votes, a machine that doesn't even have any black on it. Now, I know that they're probably just going for a dark aesthetic here because it is a very dark machine. I just wouldn't call it a black machine, and this is something that is going to come back quite often. Then with 4 more votes, we have a machine that I had completely forgotten about, the Vegan Gear Sid. Kudos for actually being black though. Then, jumping ahead with 50 votes is the Gira Zulu Eric Custom, which is close on the heels of the Grimoire. Now, nothing against the Grimoire, but again, not really a black machine, more of a brown machine. But putting those back markers aside, we are already getting to the battle for 3rd place, where things are actually pretty heated with 4 different entries being quite close together. There is the Slaughter Dagger with 113 votes, Super Fumina Titans version with 114 votes, one of the few units that actually has some black in it on this list of best black machines. Then there is the Zaku 1 Cassilia Zabi version with 127 votes, and finally the current 3rd place holder with 157 votes, the Susanoo. And as you've probably guessed it, I did have quite a hard time deciding between the Slaughter Dagger and Super Fumina Titans version, but eventually I went with Super Fumina because Titans and her actually having quite a bit of black in it. And then for the 1st place, we again have quite a battle going on with the Overflag being relatively close to the Grey's Ein. They've got 568 and 655 votes respectively, and when it comes to these two, I'm voting for the Overflag because, again, at least it's a black mobile suit on a list of best black machines. Like, I feel like they definitely missed out on some of the more black machines for this list. You've got units like the Black Tristars machines, the Jim Quell, the Arca Zaku Phantom, the Kerber's Baku Hound, and the Zedas. And talking about the Black Tristars, the results are in for who is the most popular member of the 3. Of course, the 1st place goes to Gaia, the leader of the trio, with almost 60% of the votes. I don't think anyone was surprised by that. Even when the poll was ongoing, I said the winner is going to be obvious, but it will be interesting to see who's going to get 2nd place, because it was super close back then, and it was still super close in these actual results. MASH only beat out Ortega by a super small margin, 21.7% versus 20.2%. And results like this always make me wonder what the final result would have been if the top pick hadn't been there. Like, how would the voters of Gaia have influenced a poll between only MASH and Ortega? But whatever the case might be, I am quite happy to see that the end results line up perfectly with how I feel. So that has been all for this week's Gundam news. Again, don't forget to check out Hobbling Japan's sale with my code, offer511, link down below. And as always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.